Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am filming on my cell phone just because I have some things I need to do and it's just easier for me to edit and all of that. So today I'm back with you guys for my palette challenge update for the month of February. And this is a collab with Nat, who was the creator of this, and Beth, and both of them, their channels will be linked down below. It's Little Betsy _79 and Little Miss Nat here on YouTube. Nat invited me last year into a palette challenge, Beth and myself, and we've just been doing this now. We started July of 2020 and we started new for January 2021. So this is our second update of the year. So if you are not familiar with this challenge, I will link in the cards the playlist for you guys. Definitely go check out the ladies' channels as well. Also with the palette challenge, if we were to purchase products that were not needed, products that we were not out of stock in our collection, then we would lose a point for each purchase. And so we'll be telling you that as well. Now let me go ahead and start because last month I did forget that I am on a month-to-month with BoxyCharm at the moment. Last year I had it where I paid in full, but this year, because I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to keep it, I am on a month-to-month. And so last month for January, I did forget to minus one more point for the BoxyCharm. So I will tell you real quick. So I actually ended that video saying I had 7 points, but for January it will actually be 6 because I forgot that BoxyCharm one, and that's considered a purchase because it's not paid in full and because it's products that I didn't necessarily need in my collection. Let's go ahead and get started. So I didn't do very well as far as with eyeshadow palettes this month, and I think that is because also, one reason I would say is because we've upped it to 5 looks per palette, and so it's a little bit more difficult for me. I find that I'm having an easier time with the face palettes. So let me just show you what I've used for this month. So the first palette I used 5 or more times is the BH Cosmetics Hanging in Hawaii palette. It looks like that. And you guys are familiar with this. I used this in several videos already. That is what it looks like. It's really pretty, more of a neutrals palette. But yeah, I use this 5 or more times this month, and I'm really glad that I did because I think I've almost played in every shade. Yeah, actually the only one that I noticed that I didn't do a lot of touching in, which I did touch but not as a lot, is in this one, Lay, right here. But every other one you could see where I really got into them. And so I'm really glad about that because this was a neglected palette before my indie brand collab that I did with Beth and Nat as well at the end of January. This was the palette that I chose for that collab, and because of that I pulled it and continued using it. So it did get a lot of love this last month. The next palette is the Ciate London palette. I shared this with you guys in a favorites video, and I did some looks with it, or a look with it here in a video, but you could see where I really have been showing it love. I think there's maybe just a couple shades, maybe 3 shades, maybe 4 that I have not touched in this palette, but it's really pretty, and I really am glad to have it. And so I did use this 5 or more times. So those were the only 2 eyeshadow palettes that I was able to get into. There was others that I did attempt, like my ColourPop and Kathleen Light So Jaded palette, my Storybook Cosmetics palette, and my Makeup Obsessions palette. Those 3 I did attempt to do, but I didn't do enough to be able to count a point for those. So now onto the face palettes. So the first one is the Pure Cosmetics face palette. This is the one that I got from a BoxyCharm. It's a really nice palette. Now I will say the highlighter is a bit rich for my skin tone, but I still can make it work. And the bronzer is a little bit on the reddish side, but if I go in with the light hand, then it's fine. But according to my paper here, it says that I use the bronzer 5 times. I used the highlight 5 times, the blush 5 times, and I used that face powder once. So I will get 1, 2, and 3 points for those, but nothing for that one because I did not complete it. So yeah, this is a really nice palette though. I really am glad that I have it. It is really pretty. So the next one is this e.l.f. Duo. This is in Fiji. This has a blush and a bronzer, and that is what it looks like. I love this. This is an oldie in my collection, but I love it. So glad to have it. It was very, very popular at one point on YouTube before I started my channel. I don't hear about it much anymore, but I absolutely love it. This I used 6 times, both the blush and the bronzer in combination. So I use the bronzer 6 times and the blush 6 times, so that will earn me 2 more points there. The last 2 are face palettes as well. This is my Profusion blush one. I showed you guys this in another video. I think we did a Profusion, our indie brand, and that is the one I just been using these nonstop. The only one I've used every single one of these in this palette, let's see, 3 or more times, which is our goal. This one is the only one that I did not use because it's a little bit too rich for my skin tone. And it's more gonna be like a summer, if you see like that, see the glow on that? So it's more of like a bronzing, so it could be like a topper in the summertime, like over a blush. So that one is the only one that I did not touch because of that. But all of these I did use, and they're really pretty. For this one here on the end, it is very pigmented. So what I did is I dipped in these 2 together and kind of softened that a little bit. I love this. It's $5. Can't beat that. Great palette. And then the last one is the Profusion Highlight and Contour #1. And that is what it looks like. You could see all of the love that I have showed this palette. You could see all of this usage in this, and in this one as well. You could see the bronzer with the lines there. It looks like I might hit pan in that hopefully soon. It has a pretty good dip. Now, I did use every one of these in this palette except these 2 here. So I used, let's see, I used Impulse, this highlighter, 4 times. I used Heartfelt, this one, 3 times. Light Sculpt, which is this, 4 times. And then Cream Light, which is a setting powder, 4 times. So the only 2 I did not touch is this because it's too deep for my skin tone. And then this one's a little rich for my skin tone as well. That is more of a summery one, which can be like a topper again. But these I did use 3 or more times, which is our goal. So I do get a point for those. I hope that you guys enjoyed this update for February. Let me quickly let you know how many points I earned for this month. 16 points I earned this month. So I need to talk with the girls, like I said, because it's a lot of points on the face palettes. I feel like you have to, and I may be doing it wrong, and maybe they're already doing it that way, but I'll double check with the ladies. So I earned 16 points for the month, and January I had 6. So, but I did have 2 hauls this month. It was a Dollar Tree haul, and then I had a BoxyCharm in February as well. So that will be minus 2 points there for that. Saying that I have 20 points, 6 from last month, 14 from this month. But I'm going to double check with the ladies and see about that face palette issue. So that is my update for February. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. Definitely, if you are interested in doing this palette challenge and you have a couple of ladies or even a group of ladies that you want to try to do this with and join our palette challenge, definitely don't hesitate to let us know. You can let us know down in the comments, or you can send a message to Nat, myself, or Beth on Instagram. I will try to put their information down below, their Instagram information as well. So yeah, that's everything for this month. Don't forget, if you did enjoy this video, I would love for you to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.